Hi you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I'm here with another weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness. This week I am embracing spring, and we're going to talk about one of the ways that you can really clean your house and get rid of toxic indoor dust, and it's duct cleaning. Now, I recommend this to all of my home buyers. It is one of the things nobody wants to spend money on. It can be a little pricey to have this done by a company, but I will tell you it is 100% worth it. So today I'm going to share with you some signs that you need to have your air ducts cleaned within your home. We're going to talk about how to hire someone and the questions you need to ask in order to make sure that you're hiring a company that's doing this the right way. I am going to share a way that you can DIY this project in a pinch. It's not going to be as thorough as a company, but it will help. And then we're going to talk about maintaining your air vents and your ducts so that they don't get dusty, dirty, and moldy. So one of the best parts of what I do is working with first-time home buyers. It truly brings me so much joy to help them with their home and teach them all about how to maintain their home in the future. And the maintenance item that everyone questions is air duct cleaning. It's true that no one wants to spend their time or their money on this project. It is not fun. There's no huge reveal at the end, and honestly, it's kind of gross to think about needing this. But the truth is, the air ducts are like the lungs of your house. They need to be free and clear in order for fresh and clean air to be delivered to every area of your home. If your air ducts are dirty and filled with bacteria, toxic dust, and possibly mold, that is then being delivered to every single space of your entire home. It's also going to make your cleaning and dusting a lot more difficult. So whether you've been putting it off or maybe you didn't even know it was important to a healthy home, this week I'm sharing with you the fine details of air duct cleaning, specifically signs that it's time to have your air ducts cleaned, how to hire a company, if it's possible to DIY this yourself, and then how to maintain your ducts to keep them cleaner. So is dust really toxic? It's a question I get a lot, and I will be honest with you, it surely is. Dust is more than just annoying. It contains not only allergens, but it also contains toxins from around your space and also from the outside world. So chemicals are the first thing that are in our dust. It contains fibers from carpets and upholstered furniture. It's safe to say that yes, the chemicals used in carpets and within upholstered furniture are also within our dust found in our living spaces. This means that a variety of toxins that we've brought into our home actually stick around in our indoor dust. So a study published at nrdc.org did an incredibly in-depth look at exactly what chemicals are found within the dust in our homes. They listed out flame retardants, this would be from furniture, phthalates, this is from plastic toys and vinyls all around our home, PFCs, this is a stain repellent that is in carpets, formaldehyde, and environmental phenols, which are from cleaning products. And this is just to name a few. These chemicals have been labeled as carcinogenic, endocrine, and hormone disruptors, as well as creating problems with the reproductive system. The other type of toxin in our dust is pesticides. They are all throughout our home, unfortunately. They come in on our shoes, and they end up in fine particles that can come loose from our furniture, our carpet, and our textiles. So breathing in these fine particles can lead to them becoming deeply embedded into our lung tissue, where it causes a number of health problems like poor development in children, increased risk of cancer, chronic dermal irritation and rashes, and immune system deficiencies. So there are a few signs that we're going to look at to tell you that it is time to clean your air ducts. And the number one reason is a frequently dirty air filter. So if you're constantly changing your filter, it's always dirty, it's always clogged, it's likely that the air ducts are contributing to this problem entirely. So of course, filters will get clogged over time. That's their job, to collect dust and debris. But if it's happening constantly on a regular basis, it may be time to have the air ducts cleaned by a professional. Another reason, you just moved in. So you just never know if the previous owners had the same habits as you, or if they had pets that may cause allergies to your family. Dust and debris and pet dander all end up inside the air ducts of the home. And so I always recommend an air duct cleaning to remove all of the potential allergens and toxins as soon as you move in. If you have recently completed a home improvement project, this may be another reason. Anytime you undergo a major renovation in your home, it's a good idea to follow up with an air duct cleaning. So building materials have dust that is so fine, it can get everywhere in your home, even if you're ridiculously careful in cleaning and blocking off areas. So because so many materials are toxic in nature, it's an excellent idea to have your air ducts cleaned once you finalize your project. If you notice an odor coming from vents that is musty, or honestly any odor at all, it could be due to mold or mildew growing in the dust inside your vents. And I know this is so gross, but it is a great reason to get your air ducts professionally cleaned to remove all that dust and potential mold. So if you notice that you have inconsistent airflow in certain areas of your home or very poor airflow, this could be because of the debris in the ducts. So if your airflow is weak in areas or just very inconsistent in 1 or 2 rooms or around different sections of your house, it could be that the dust and debris is actually preventing the air from flowing freely in your ducts. And it's a good sign that they should be cleaned to allow the air to flow consistently through your entire home. And finally, if you notice that your home becomes very dusty very quickly, it feels like you dusted yesterday and suddenly there's a layer of dust on everything again. It could be that your duct work is pushing dust into your home because the ducts need to be cleaned. So when you're ready to hire a professional, there's a few things I really want you to know and I want you to be cautious of. So first, it's important to find someone who is certified by the National Air Duct Cleaning Association, NADCA. Likely they will have this right on their website, and if they don't, it is certainly worth asking. And if someone claims to be certified by the EPA, this is a red flag. There is no certification that the EPA offers at this time. They should always be insured. Always make sure a company you're hiring carries insurance. This not only protects them, but ultimately it protects you if something disastrous happens. You also want to make sure you understand exactly what they're doing in your home. Verify that they will be cleaning all of the components of your ducts and vents. This would include both the supply and return air ducts. It would also include all registers, grills and diffusers, air plenum, blower motor and assembly, air filter, heat exchanger, and drop pans. So there's a lot there that they need to be cleaning, and they should be able to communicate that to you. They should both break contaminants loose and collect them in a way that does not spread dust inside your house. So you'll want to make sure that they have a solution for preventing dust particles from spreading throughout your home. A lot of times, this is a vacuum they use to create continued negative pressure on the entire HVAC system, which will then prevent the spread of contaminants. You can also verify that they don't use any harsh chemicals or any chemicals at all during this process. You can even ask for an SDS sheet to see the ingredients of the solution if they use one. Only chemicals registered with the EPA should be used and don't even necessarily have to be used in most homes. And then check to see if the company can show you before and after images or videos of your ducts to ensure that they are cleaned and that their process actually works. You'll also want to make sure that they seal up your air ducts when they're finished. And then finally, pick their brain about mold. Do they understand how toxic it is to your health? And if they brush past the answer, or if they don't think that mold is really a cause for concern, this is a huge red flag. So you can do a duct cleaning on your own. Would it be as thorough as a company that uses vacuums and negative pressure? Probably not, but yes, in a pinch, you could remove some of the dust and debris in your ducts. So first, you'll want to purchase a vent cleaning brush that attaches to a drill, and I have this linked in the blog post for you. Step by step, we're going to go through this. You'll want to make sure that your HVAC system is off. You can turn it off at the thermostat or turn it off at the unit itself. You'll just want to remember to turn the switch back on when you're done if you choose to do the second way. Second, you'll want to remove all grills from HVAC vents as well as return vent grills. So wall vents, you will probably need a screwdriver to remove. Ceiling vents, you'll need a screwdriver. Floor vents, usually you can just lift off to remove. Now, it's time to clean the grills. You can do warm, soapy water and a soft brush in your kitchen sink. You can also wash it outside with a hose, a brush, or mild soap. You will want to make sure that your grills can dry completely before reinstalling them. You could use a vacuum if you wanted, but if you're going to the trouble to take them off, it's a great time to do it in the sink or outside. So now we are ready for the actual cleaning. So you'll want to read the directions on the cleaning brush and make sure that it has been put together properly. I want to note that you will always use the drill rotating forward. You will not use it in reverse. You'll essentially loosen the dust with the duct brush and pull back through whichever vent you're working on. You want to make sure that you have a shop vac or a vacuum handy to vacuum the brush as you pull it out of the duct. You may need to repeat this a few times for each vent that you're working on. So when you're all done with all the ducts and all the vents, you will replace your air grills and install your vent covers. Finally, you're going to turn on your HVAC system and you are ready to go. So it's important to note that a DIY air duct cleaning is far less thorough than a professional air duct cleaning by a company, but in a pinch, I think it can remove at least some dust from your vents. So once you've had your air ducts cleaned, it's time to maintain them and limit the amount of dust that they can collect. So first things first, change your dirty air filter regularly. The more frequently you change your furnace filter, the less dust and debris will build up in your vents. You want to be diligent about this home maintenance item and it will pay off. The better your air filter, the more frequently you should be changing it because it's catching a lot more dust and debris. My top pick is for Nordic Pure carbon filters with a MERV 12 rating. You'll also want to keep up on your dust removal. The more dust you remove from your home, the less will get into your ducts in the long run. So this means dusting and vacuuming on at least a weekly basis. You want to make sure to clean out those forgotten areas too. And deep dust cleaning is just as important as the day-to-day cleaning. My Healthy Home Blueprint course walks you through all of this and gives you a plan to reduce dust in really big ways inside your home. You'll also want to keep your vents clean and open. Allowing air to travel through your vents will keep them dry and keep the dust moving through your vents rather than settling in them. You can periodically clean your vents with a vacuum or by removing it and cleaning with warm, soapy water. Number 4 is maintain a no-shoe policy. So shoes bring in so much dirt, not to mention toxins. If you can leave your shoes at the door and have a designated area for them in your home, it will be a huge benefit. So commit to keeping shoes out of your main living spaces to prevent unnecessary dirt and toxins from coming inside. You'll also want to maintain lower indoor humidity levels. So dust likes to adhere to water vapor in the air, and it's more likely to collect in your duct system when it does. So keep your indoor humidity levels right around that 35% that we always talk about wherever you can. And this means running vented fans in the bathroom and kitchen to reduce humidity, as well as reducing condensation on windows when you see it. And then be sure to sign up for the Healthy Home Blueprint, where you'll get an entire lesson just on maintaining the perfect indoor humidity levels for your home. And then finally, add an air purifier to the mix. An indoor air purifier is an excellent addition to any home, but especially to reduce dust and debris in a home. The larger dust particles will quickly get filtered out of your indoor air by just about any purifier. The better your air purifier, the smaller the particle that gets removed. So Medify Air is my top pick for an air purifier, and you can use my coupon code of HHOTB15 to get an additional $15 off of your purchase. Truly, our indoor air is so vital to our health and wellness, and it's one of the things you have a lot of control over inside your home. Home maintenance like air duct cleaning may not be the most fun chore or budget item, but it is certainly well worth it to reduce toxic dust and keep your home free from mold. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you again for joining me on this journey of creating a healthy home. I hope you will stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. I will be here again next week with another healthy house tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness.